Hey, Jody, Mike Roche, Bud. How you guys doing? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? I guess so. Waiting for happy hour. Hey, Peter Carroll, hello. Thanks, guys. Thought I'd just do a spur of the moment live stream. Peter, I didn't send you a link, but here it is. If you want to join, please feel free to do so. Any of you guys want to join? Mike? I'm so sorry, Peter. Well, good morning to you. As you can tell, I'm in need of a haircut and a beard trim. You know what? Let me get rid of that chewing gum. I should have known better than to start chewing gum when I'm going to go live. Hope everybody's doing well today. I had a reasonably good day. Ended up spending the last part of the day troubleshooting a couple of issues with a rack I'm building. Oh, good, Bud. Glad you do. Yep. There's a few of us that do as a live stream, both on Saturdays and Sundays. So since Philly Joan Live kind of dropped out, hey, Capture Live Connection, hello. Kind of dropped out. I've kind of jumped into his place, but if he decides to come back, well, I'll bow out. It's his spot. But anyway, it's as you know, Sundays is starts with Joan Bum and then myself and then Dennis Lovelady and then Fly Natural and Chris Hope. And on Saturdays, it's usually just me and Dennis Lovelady. But every now and then we get 400 AGL in there. We get Fly Natural sometimes. But Steve, SJM Drones, how you doing, brother? I'm going to send another link out here, I think. Hey, Nature's Beauty, Mrs. RC and Custom Design, Tiffany, Sonia, good evening or afternoon. Good evening for you, Sonia. John Donardo, hello. Flybray, hello. Drone Worship Cinematography. Well, I don't know about that, Dan. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if you're that cute. Anyway, if you scroll up a little bit, there's a link to the chat or to the video live stream, come on in. No, I can't say that I do, Dan. Really, I can't say that I do. No. That's just a horrible picture in my head, man. Oh man, ow, Dan, get out of my head. Oh, no problem, Mrs. RC. Good to have you in the chats. Well, no problem, John. No problem. BMAC. Just so you guys don't have to go searching much, I'm going to post it one more time and let it sit for about a minute, and then I'm going to take it back down. In fact, guess I ought to post it. I'm going to go ahead and take the other one out. So, what y'all been up to today? Most of us has probably been working. I know I worked 9 hours today and got some things done. Like I said earlier, I ended up having to troubleshoot the afternoon away. Found a bad circuit card in one thing and had a problem with I'm not sure. Maybe back in his football days, you would. Okay. Well, okay. Maybe. I doubt it, though, Dan. I doubt it. I don't know that it lasted that long, buddy. I think it lasted just a couple of hours, Brian. I really do. Well, all right, Dan. I don't know why you're tied up. Not sure I want to know. Excuse me while I clean my glasses. So I'm not planning on staying long. Just thought I'd pop in for a few minutes, see what was going on. Don't have anything in particular to talk about, except we got some new I guess that's good, Steve. One and a half on your live, 2.75 on mine, and 1.25 on Matt's. I'm not sure I know what that means, BMAC. Oh, I get what you said. I got okay. I'm with you now. Yep. Hey, Bud Bieber, you have a good evening, brother. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi, bro. Oh, all right. Captured life. Planning on flying a castle. That ought to be really cool. Whoops. Wrong one. Love lady,
Mr. Bell.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm trying to find a way to hold this phone up in place. I'm down in my dungeon. That should work. I recognize that.
Yeah.
I didn't make it, but I recognize it.
Well, yeah. I got that at. I was thinking you were at Spin Up, but you weren't. You couldn't make it last year.
Nope. Let's see if I can find your live stream on the big computer.
The sound was too cool.
There you are. Videos.
Oh.
Drone shots. Drone worship cinematography. Oh my goodness, Dan has had an upgrade in his name.
Yep.
You've been on for a while, bud. I just now saw your message saying you're going live. So,
wow. Yeah, I've been on for about 12 minutes.
Wow, you got quite a crew in there.
I know.
I'm number 5, by the way, and there are 11 watching. Just saying. Hi, Steve, SJM Drones. Nature's Beauty. I know I've heard that name.
Which name is that?
Nature's Beauty.
Oh, that's Sonia.
Sonia. I was gonna say Shauna. Sonia, yeah, she wants to know where you got your 3D printed thingamajiggy.
Oh, I got that from when I went to Spin Up in October of last year, just before, I went to the hospital and COVID happened. There was one of the guys that was there, Jerry Calvary. You may have heard of him. He has that drone interest group. He's a teacher, a high school teacher, and he started a drone interest group, which is what DIG stands for. And they made these, and then when at Spin Up, he gave one to all of the group's supporters, and I've supported the group before, and I still do. And because I think teaching our young kids about drones is a good thing to do.
I agree with you.
Yeah, man, Sonia's right. Time does fly.
It do for sure.
I mean, this is mid-November.
I know.
Then it's the year's almost over.
Yeah, and it's 31 days to Christmas.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 30 plus 5, 35 days to Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
I'm sorry. I can't do arithmetic today.
That's all right. I can't do arithmetic every day. If I don't have a calculator, I'm just SOL.
Capture Life Connection found a castle. I don't know what you've talked about. Found a castle in the woods recently. That sounds cool.
Hey, Lone Star UAV. Hello. Welcome to the chat.
Santa will soon be here. I put my, speaking of Santa, I put my Mavic Mini up for sale.
Did you?
eBay and on Facebook, hoping that I put a really good price on it, I think. Anyway, I'm hoping that someone will buy it, and then I'll see if Santa or Mavic 2 Mini or Mavic Mini 2.
Mavic Mini 2. Oh, that's cool. Hey, 10 Toes. Rick Halber. Exploration Obsession.
10 Toes. You also met 10 Toes at Spin Up.
I did. Yep. 10 Toes was at that Spin Up.
Lone Star, hello. Santa is an essential worker.
Yes, he is. Guess I can take that down now. I have to agree with 10 Toes about the arithmetic, though.
Oh, that's what it is. It's not possible.
It's not possible. Not on a Monday.
Yeah. I was on a live stream a few minutes ago with Eden Valley Drones UK. I don't know.
Really?
But I was on for about an hour and a half with him. He's funny, but he was looking for help with a controller problem that he has. He says since he did the update on his Mavic 2 about a month ago or so, he's had controller disconnects.
Wow.
And I told him I don't know, we didn't check versions or whatever, but I upgraded my Mavic 2 about the same time. So I told him the only thing I could think of was to do a refresh on both the drone and the RC, see if anything. Les gets coal every year. Well, that'll keep you warm.
Yeah, yeah.
You get a whole bucket full or just a half bucket?
He probably only gets one because he's not that good. He's so bad he doesn't even get close to good.
Poor Les.
And he's not even here to defend himself.
He's here.
Yes, he is. He's in the chat. My cat.
Edie cat.
She's been acting kind of weird lately.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She very rarely leaves the bedroom.
Yeah.
But here lately, she leaves the bedroom and then she goes into the bathroom and that's where she hangs out. It's the strangest thing.
Weird.
Yeah. Me and Valerie just can't figure it out.
Well, you know how to test to see if she's okay, right?
How?
You put an open box in the middle of the floor. If she doesn't get in it, there's something wrong.
You know, I thought about that the other day. I had 2 boxes that I was going to throw out, and I thought maybe I should put one in the floor and let her play with it for a while. But
I have never seen a cat that won't, that empty box must be inhabited. Must.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Mike Roche.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good. How you doing, Rodney?
I'm doing all right, man.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Mike.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Just a quiet afternoon.
Where's Mike?
Monday, right?
Yep.
So
yeah.
Probably feels the same way all across the country. It definitely feels like a Monday.
Yeah. I couldn't do arithmetic. Must be.
Well, I got to say that for a Monday, it started out okay and then crashed very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me mention it earlier. I know you probably did, Mike, but I ended up spending like 2 hours troubleshooting 2 different problems in 2 different servers.
Oh, my.
And I hate that because I suspected I had a bad card.
Yeah.
In our expansion chassis, which has all of our interface cards. And I couldn't get either one of the servers to boot up.
Okay.
So, in fact, one server wouldn't even display anything. So,
what type of facility is it in, Rodney?
Well, I build them in a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I build simulation systems for the Navy. And I was building this rack in the warehouse, and so I was trying to get the servers to boot up and stuff. Well, I found out the one that wasn't getting any display as it's if I was on the VGA connector, I could get the super micro initialization screen, and then it would go blank. And then I'd get no video. So I moved my video over to the video card, and I rebooted the computer, and it just stayed blank. And I finally, I waited about 2 or 3 minutes, nothing happened, so I'd turn it off, check the cables again and stuff. And then I go, okay, I'm going to go to the other server. So I went up to the other server, and it kept giving me a bad memory card error.
Okay.
But it would boot up. I mean, eventually it would boot up.
That memory.
So, yeah. So I had a bad memory stick. So the one thing I discovered, I learned something new today. The Super Micro server that I was using, it's the X10 DRI server board.
That doesn't mean
It'll tell you which memory stick is bad.
ECC memory stick.
Huh?
Error correcting memory.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. But it told me DIM H1, which means that there's the server has 2 processors in it.
Okay.
Each processor has up to 8 memory sticks that it can use.
Got it.
So it was saying P2 DIM DIMM H1.
Okay.
So I opened up the server, took out the fans, took out the cover, and reseated the memory. Got the same error when I rebooted. Went back in, swapped the memory sticks, and the bad stick moved to DIM G1.
Okay. So it was 8, now it's 7.
Yeah. So now I called my boss and I said, look, I said, I got a bad memory stick, but we don't have any unless I take one out of another server. Since I have to have this ready to ship by next week, we decided to go ahead and take one out of a server that hasn't been designated yet for a build.
Oh, you build these and send them off to some other facility.
Yeah.
I got it.
And so, and then one of my interface cards I found out was bad, and I was doing a loop back on it, and it'd run good for about 2 seconds and go bad for about 2 seconds, and it just went back and forth. And basically that told me that half of the memory string, or yeah, half of the memory was bad. So, but I got that fixed too. So it's all good now.
Yeah, that's out of my league.
The memory stick slot, so designated G and H.
Well, it's for one side of it is like, well, I forget exactly how it goes, but
Anyway, that's
yeah, it's
ever do about the first one.
I think it's A, B, C, D on the first group of 4, and then E, F, G, H. No, that's not right. I don't remember. I'll write it down and let you know, Dennis.
Oh, no problem. I just
So, let me say hi to a couple of people out here. David Thompson, hello.
Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny Drone Flyer, hello. Welcome to the chat. David Thompson comes to us from New Zealand.
I haven't worked with that stuff for a long time. I was just curious about it. It seems odd to me. It has 2 memory sticks in there in G and H, but whatever. That's
Well, there's actually 4 memory sticks.
yeah, but 2
processor. Huh?
2 for 1 processor.
No, 4 for 1 processor.
Oh,
So there's a total of 8 memory sticks.
okay.
And it basically it breaks down to 32 gigabit memory sticks. So it's 128 gigabytes per processor and 256 total.
That should be gracious. What are you doing with those things? What's this one designated to do?
It's for a system that it's for SSDS, ship self-defense system.
Okay, I know enough. That's all.
And yeah, I really can't get into any more detail than that.
Didn't mean to make you say that much.
Oh well, what I just told you isn't. I mean, you can look up SSDS on the internet and it'll tell you.
Could I have that serial number, please?
Sure. 69, 69, 69.
Yeah, I could never do that stuff, Rodney. I mean, I obviously just never got trained in building computers and that, really elite stuff that you're doing, especially if you're doing it for the, Defense Department, then it's got to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And so
That would be favorable. Yeah.
yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Can't have Windows 95 in there or something,
Oh, man. No, the DOD won't allow that. But but I'm getting all the bugs worked out. I got a new interface card ordered. I should be getting it in the next couple of days, and I'll continue putting in stuff that I can still put in, and and then I'll retest once I get the new interface card. So
Poor Les. Poor Les has a problem. Maybe we can help him debug that one.
oh no, man, that and that's a critical part too, Dennis.
Yeah.
Les, buddy, I'll send you some rubber bands if you need them. I got some right here. $100 a piece.
All right.
Hey, that's a bargain, man.
Well, when you consider that it won't fly without them.
That's true. So, Mike, how you been doing, brother?
Oh, not bad. Just I haven't been doing any flying in the last couple of weeks, and just kind of winterizing the house. Had some people over, cleaning up the lawn, leaves, and all that stuff, and then making some room in my garage for long-term things that have to be moved out of there and taken away, and other long-term things put away. And now all the leaves are down in my neighborhood, but now it's time to clean out the gutters that the leaves are down from the trees.
Yeah.
And of course, not one of the trees is mine, but that's the way it is.
Well, when leaves fall, they fall with the wind. So
Right. Yeah, we had crazy winds yesterday, and there's this one neighbor that I have who uses like an industrial leaf blower to do his yard. In other words, it's one of those things you wheel back and forth, like on a golf fairway or something. It only blows out one side, and each and every day, this guy is obsessed with his lawn, and even when there's only a few leaves on it. And he's doing it yesterday, and he's blowing the leaves from his yard to the next door neighbors. And meanwhile, the nature is blowing more leaves onto where he just blew them away from. It's like he should have just let nature take care of it. And he was out there again this morning, doing it again. So, thankfully it doesn't bother me, the sound of the machine. A couple of neighbors have had words with the guy over the years, but it just, it doesn't, thankfully it's not a really high pitch thing. You just hear this hum, and he'll be out there for about 2 hours at a time.
wow.
Every day. Sometimes twice a day. So he's like not just fussy, he has a real problem.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Nature's Beauty, Sonia from the UK.
yeah.
But now you know why the paper clips are on sale, Les.
So yesterday morning when I was doing a sunrise stream, there's a I want to say an elm tree. It's a really big, tall tree. I forget the name of it. It's not an elm. But anyway, the leaves were coming off of it. And I'm sitting there and I had like 3 or 4 leaves where I was holding the controller.
Yeah.
They were just landing there. It was like it was snowing leaves. I think they even mentioned it. So yeah, this time of year, as beautiful as it is, it becomes a pain when it comes to the leaves.
Yeah.
Right.
Though they
It
say
is pretty though while it lasts.
I've heard people say you should just leave them on the ground and let them decompose because it adds nutrients to the soil. So
it all depends where you are too. Like up here, if you leave a thick layer of leaves on the ground and then let the snow compact that down, you'll get like I think what they call snow mold, and it'll ruin your lawn in that area.
Yeah.
It'll come back eventually, but it's good to like cut the lawn one last time and then clean it up if you can. If the timing is right, they're just there and we get snow and there's nothing you can do about it.
she's demanding to be petted.
See that?
Silly cat.
So what are these rumors I see about a Phantom 5? Is that really happening or
I quit paying attention to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was going on and on and on and like, they've come out with like 3 new drones since then.
Right.
So,
but lately there have been some pictures. You know how they DJI when they do a release, it's like they'll show a partial picture of a shadow and people try and interpret it and say what it is and this, that, and the other. They're always wrong.
Well,
but there's something going around.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on Facebook where it's going around, and I think there's even some newer videos talking about it. But when it comes out, then I'll believe it.
Right.
That's the way.
I'll believe if it comes out. I'll believe it too, but I'm not going to buy it.
Well, I probably won't either. But
yeah, I'm happy with what I've got for hopefully another year or two.
Yeah.
But the Phantom,
Dennis, you keep cutting out, buddy.
Do I?
Yeah.
On a brand new phone.
Oh.
This is an Apple 12 Pro Max.
Oh,
you got the big boy, huh?
Yeah, it's the big boy. And so I don't. Well, that's not good news. Anyway, is it better now by any chance?
Yeah, it is actually.
Maybe it was vibrating. It could have been vibrating on the. I don't have a case for it yet, so I just treat it kind of gingerly. But anyway, the Phantom series, those who have them absolutely love them.
Oh, I love my Phantom. I do.
I've never had one. Oh yeah, I forgot you that's what you fly. But I've never had one, and it doesn't interest me at all that a 5 is coming out because I just know how big those things are. For me,
right.
Well,
I got started on the small ones. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Hey, Joe Blaylock, hello. Glad you could be in the chats, buddy.
Funny, Dennis, you mentioned that. I don't know. Say they were coming out with quote unquote a Phantom 5. Would they even want to stick with that form factor? People love it, but it's also whenever you see a bad drone story in the media, that's always what they show.
That's the shame.
Well,
it's a lot like I don't think it's accidental. That looks a lot like the old UFO pictures that you used to see, right? They were either saucer shaped or they looked like that.
Right.
So I think DJI did that intentionally, as part of a marketing thing. But I have a feeling I'm not into the rumor mill at all. So I should say this up front. I have no information about DJI, but it would surprise me if they come out with that product. It really would.
Yeah.
But they might be surprised too, because last I heard they were getting close to not supporting the Phantom 4 anymore.
Well, the way they came out with support was they had a version 2, right?
Yeah, they had the version 2. They came out with the version 2, and then I'd heard that after the version 2, they weren't going to come out with a new Phantom. But I may be wrong. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's all
Right,
rumor
who
mill.
knows?
So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't predict what they're going to do. That's for sure. And speaking of the iPhone, there, Dennis, the iPhone 12 Max, that's gorgeous. 3 big cameras
Oh
on the
yeah,
back there, and I've got the iPhone 11 Pro, not the Max one, but the regular size,
Mhm.
and those cameras are awesome.
They are. Yeah, I
But
was.
I couldn't bring myself to buy a new one yet. I
Well,
got
I
to wait
got-
another year.
in my dark house. I was taking pictures, of the furniture and that. And it's just amazing. You'd think the house was lighted up with, with all available light, but it's dark in there.
Did you use that night mode thing where it does like a long shutter thing?
No, that I haven't done. The house
Yeah.
wasn't pitch. It was
Mhm.
just dark. And no, I haven't explored much with it. I just got the thing yesterday. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. It arrived on Friday, but I couldn't get home to get it until Saturday, and then I started using it yesterday.
I saw earlier this afternoon, Philly Mike went live on his motorcycle, and he
Yeah.
drove to the Apple store and bought himself an iPhone 12 Max.
Is
wow.
that right? Wow. It's kind of
And
cold
that's
there
no
for
cheap
that, isn't it?
product. Even for what is it? They start out at 128 gigabytes, I think.
I think it
And
starts at 128. Mine's 512.
Right. So if you got the big one, that's like 1,400, right?
Probably. I got $700 off for a trade-in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What did you trade in?
I traded in an XS.
Okay. Because I looked it up the other day, and I have an iPhone 11 Pro and an iPhone 10, the X, the first X,
Mhm.
and they were only going to give me $200.
This is an AT&T deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm already with AT&T, but
Right.
they even offer it to existing customers, which is kind of cool. It's not a come on to join their club,
Right.
if you will. So, kind
Hello,
of
Christopher C. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you.
hey, Christopher.
Hello, Chris.
So, Mike, you got any snow up that way?
No, then this week, all bets are off right now. You could snow tomorrow, but this week is in the 50s. It's really dark and cloudy. Believe it or not, the window shade is open right in front of me. You would never know it.
Oh,
It
Wow.
is really gray. Of course, it's starting to get dark now.
yeah. Well, it was clear here all day. So,
Yeah. No, it's gloomy here, but that's okay. I mean, November here, and you know how it is. It's fine
Yeah.
with me. It makes it cozy inside.
So, folks, we're getting busy in the kitchen here, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for allowing me on, Rodney.
hey, you're always welcome, Dennis.
Great to see you, Mike.
Good to see you,
We'll
Dennis.
catch you guys next
I
time.
want to hear a review on that phone.
Okay, I'll do that.
And
All
see
right,
if
Dennis.
MagSafe works and all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
All right,
Bye.
take care, bud.
Bye bye.
So,
And all those products are just so nice, but you just can't have everything. Like I can't replace my phone every year. That seems crazy to me.
yeah, and I've got my current phone is it's a Samsung Galaxy Note Plus, the big one.
Right.
And I think I'm just going to keep it for a while.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. In
don't-
the old days of flip phones, when you could replace the batteries, I would keep them for, my first cell phone was, the kind inside the car,
Yeah.
mounted. And then I finally came out with the flip phones, and I would keep them for 4 or 5 years at a time. You just put a new battery on and you're good to go.
Yeah. My wife won't get a smartphone, and she still uses a flip phone. If Verizon ever does away with the flip phones, she says she's not going to have a phone anymore.
Good for her. It's so every now and then I just have to get off of offline, like in terms of YouTube and Facebook. It's like just take a couple days away from the electronic life.
Yeah. Well, last week, me and my wife went. We went to one of the state parks just down the road from us and got rented a cabin for a couple of nights, just to get away from the house for a while. And we kind of made a deal that we weren't going to do electronics. I mean, we had our phones with us, but we just didn't play on them, you know.
Right.
And she had her iPad and her flip phone, and I had my phone and my iPad because I was going to read regardless of what we was going to do. We just weren't going to do Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. And it was good to actually get away. And we didn't even have a TV, so instead we played Monopoly and Farkle.
Were you able to get outside much?
Oh, well, yeah. We Wednesday morning, we got there Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, we went down to the beach, and then we went to the other side of the park to what's called Fossil Beach, but you had to hike down it to get to it. That was about half a mile. And so we went down there, and then while we were down there, it started raining, and we went back to the cabin and just sat there and listened to the rain hit the roof of the cabin, and just looked out the window, played Monopoly, and
That's cool. That's
played
nice.
Farkle. And you know what Farkle is?
No, I don't know that.
It's a dice game. It's kind of like Yahtzee, but it's not Yahtzee. And I'm not going to go through all the points, but you play to 10,000 points.
Yeah.
And we can play a game in roughly about like a half an hour because it goes so fast with just two people. You know, if you roll a 1 on the dice, for every one you get, that's 100. For every 5 that you roll is 50. And then they have different combinations, like 3 1s is 300 points, 3 2s is 200 points, et cetera, right?
Right.
And then if you get like a 4 of a kind and a pair in one roll, because it uses 6 dice. If you get 4 of a kind and a pair, then it's like 1,500 points.
Right.
So, and if you roll the same number on all 6 dice in one roll, that's like 3,000 points.
Right.
So it can go pretty fast. Hey,
Now,
Brad Alston, how you doing?
there's 10 toes.
Yeah, Tinto's been in for a while.
Now, how about your reading? Do you do Kindle? Is that what
I use my iPad. I use Kindle for iPad.
Right.
Is what I use.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got quite a few books on Kindle too, but I also use the Audible thing that Amazon provides, where they actually read the book.
Yeah.
And, so I can be like in bed and just tell who to just read my book from Audible and just pick up where I left off. And for me, with a disability, it comes in really handy.
Oh, I bet.
All the voice operated stuff.
I could never get into the Audible reading.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried it once, and unfortunately, I was trying it while I was sleeping or driving.
Right.
And I actually started falling asleep. So I said, well, maybe if I'm having a problem going to sleep, maybe I'll do it, but not. I know a lot of people, a lot of my buddies, they listen to books as they drive. I just don't think I could do it without falling asleep.
Right.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I fall asleep in church.
I actually do fall asleep to the books a lot when I'm going to bed. I'll put it on, and then I'll set it like a 30-minute sleep timer on it because I know I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get 10, 15 minutes in at a time before I'm just off. and I'll have to go back to where I was. But that's fine. If it puts me to sleep, that's fine too. But it depends on the book.
Yeah, I now when I read when I go to bed for the night, I'll read for a while because it does make me sleepy. And in fact, I've fallen asleep and dropped my iPad.
Yeah. Yeah, with me, I would love to be a reader, but I like to be able to move around still and listen. And
Yeah.
also with my, finger dexterity trouble, it's holding a book and turning the page for me is a
Well,
real pain.
yeah,
Audible stuff is awesome.
and I can see it in your case, Mike. I mean,
Right.
I can see it in your case, and I'm not saying it's anything bad or anything. I mean, to
Right.
each their own. I know guys that, you know, like I said, they listen to audible books as they're driving,
Right.
and that's fine. I don't, teach their own, like I say. So
Yeah, I don't think I could do it when I was while driving, because even like talking on the cell phone, through the car speakers, I feel distracted,
yeah,
from the road. And I don't know if I could listen and pay attention to a book and pay attention to the road. It's different than music.
it is. I know back in the days, back when in the '70s when the CBs were really popular. Uh, I got used to driving and talking on the CB a lot, but at first it really was a distraction,
Yeah.
and I almost rear-ended a couple of people because I got on the CB.
Yeah.
So I finally got to where I just left my CB on whatever channel it was, usually 19, and then if I wanted to go to a different channel, I would wait till I get home, and then I would play with it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I had one in my van in the early 80s, and just for emergency purposes, because it was before cell phones. And I
yeah,
thought, well, if I get stuck, I can get on the CB. And but then the car mounted cell phones came out, and that was like a new world. I
yeah,
thought I was like Donald Trump or something.
yeah. So, man, Brad, that is crazy, man. He got his DJI Mini 2 today and found it was missing a battery, missing 3 pairs of props, missing screws, missing Type C cables. Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you either for sending it back.
Yeah. And it all depends on where you buy it from too. Like, I try to buy all my drones or whatever through B&H Photo in New York,
Yeah,
because the customer service there is like totally different than dealing with DJI. They'll just send one phone call and it's on its way back.
yeah.
And dealing with DJI is always a pain.
Come in. Excuse me.
Hey, Rodney.
I'll be right back, Mike.
Go ahead.
Keep the chatters busy.
All right. Well, everybody, yeah, up here in Syracuse, it's I'm right in the middle of New York State, and right now it's pretty much almost dark out. What time is it now? It's just about 5 o'clock, and on Thanksgiving we could have a beautiful day, or we could we could have 6 inches of snow and blustery winds. It just depends. How you doing there, SJM Drones? Good to see you. And, let's see. Shoot, Capture Life Connection. Cool. Brad. I don't know all you guys necessarily by name. And this is the reason I don't live stream, because I'm not good on my own. So hopefully Rodney can come back and pick up the slack. But anyway, yeah, whenever when it comes to drones, I try to buy through B&H Photo because they've got people there designated to DJI stuff, and you just don't have to deal with any of that dealing with DJI, the company, if you have a problem right off the bat. And I did just recently get the new DJI Pocket 2 camera, which I actually like a lot. It's I like the little joystick thing on it for the panning and tilting. And I didn't use my original one much, but I think this one's going to get a lot more use, especially since there's a tripod mount built right into the bottom now. That's a game changer for me. Yeah, I've been on Mikey's channel before. I don't know if you saw Mikey earlier. He was out in his motorcycle live, which he terrifies me when he's out on his bike. But driving around Philadelphia on a motorcycle. But he went up to the Apple store and got himself an iPhone 12 Max. So I'm not sure how many gigabytes of memory, but those things are sweet. But I just can't get into that temptation this year. No helmet, right? Yeah. I must be Pennsylvania's not a helmet law state. New York is. But once in a while he'll wear a helmet, but I guess depends on his mood, But Mike makes it interesting, that's for sure. Hey, Roger, Canadian Drone Hub. He's in here. How are things up in the Quebec area? It's pitch black out right now. I see somebody walking down the street outside, but walking a dog, but I can barely see the person. So, man, it got dark fast. Amazon Easy Returns. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that sucks to get a drone with missing parts. I mean, either DJI is slipping at the company or somebody opened the box and took some stuff. That's one thing that's keeping me from the Mini is, one, I don't necessarily need it. And also the propellers being screw-on types. I'd rather get the Mavic Air 2 if I wanted a small drone, because the quick release props and all that stuff.
Hey, I see that Roger's in the house. Canadian Drone Hub.
Good old Roger.
Sorry, guys. I didn't. It took longer than I thought it was going to.
It's all right. This is why I don't do live streams, Rodney. I just like to stop in other people's, although if I thought I had something to say or wanted to get into something where I wanted to get into whatever, not drone stuff, I'm no expert, but politics or whatever, but I'd make a lot. I'd have to change my name.
Yeah, I try to avoid politics and religion for that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made it quite clear, I think, that I am a Christian, but why start arguments and make people angry? Because nobody can discuss anything anymore.
Right.
If I don't believe what you believe, you may not like me anymore.
Right.
But so why take the Steve, I think he did do a great job. Because I could hear him. So he Steve says you did a good job, Mike.
Thanks, Steve. I try. But anyway, it's getting towards my dinner time, Rodney. And not that I'm eating much. I'm still doing the liquid diet.
Oh, are you? Okay.
But only for another week or so. I'm definitely going to eat for Thanksgiving. But, I accomplished what I wanted to do. Lost
Yeah.
the weight I wanted to lose, and I'll eat for the holidays, hopefully, and all that, and then maybe do a couple more months afterwards. We'll see.
Well, good on you, man. Yeah. You know, I got down after my surgery. I got down, the lowest I got was to 229. And now I've been hovering around 237. And that's really kind of comfortable for me. I mean, before I couldn't lay on my stomach. Now I can. And I do want to get lower, but I'm not going to push it as much, like right after the surgery. So
right. Yeah, it's great when, the number is one thing, but when you realize you can do something you couldn't do before,
yeah,
like it'd be laying on your stomach, or for me, there's certain things that I can do now a whole lot easier than 6 months ago.
yeah,
And that's made it all worth it right there. And I have no idea what the numbers are because I can't stand on a scale, but it doesn't really matter what the numbers are. I know the pants got looser and things got a little easier.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Well, I'm down 2 pant sizes. I was wearing 46s. I'm down to a 42 now. So
right.
That's
cool.
It's good. Yeah. So,
jeez, God forbid you ever hit the 30s, man. Feel like the old days, huh?
When I joined the Navy, I was a 32 waist.
Yeah.
And if I was to ever get back down to that, I would be simply amazed. So.
Yeah. Well, that's not in my plan book. But, I don't even know if my bones are that skinny anymore. To tell you the truth. But I lost about a size and a half anyway, so I'm happy.
Well, good deal. That's good. That's good. That's great.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, I'm going to head out, Rodney.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this.
Yeah. So, good to see you. And good to see everybody in the chat. I'll catch you guys later somewhere else. I see Dan there and everyone else in the chat. Everybody have a nice evening. Thanks, Rodney.
You too, Mike. You're always welcome to join.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Take care. Everybody in the chat, man, thank you for being in the chat for this past almost hour. It's 58 minutes, almost 59 minutes. So I do appreciate you being in the chat. Enjoy the conversations and the camaraderie that we have in this group. And anyway, don't forget Saturday morning sunrise, followed by the Sunday morning sunrise on Sunday. And then on Saturday, the Saturday morning coffee with Rodney and friends. And don't forget, Canadian Drone Hub is on daily. Comes on around 9 o'clock in the morning. At least my time is about when he comes on. So be sure to check him out. Y'all take care. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time. Love y'all.